Wake up Wednesday. What's up? What's up? I trust you're having an incredible Wednesday, perhaps even one worth repeating, as someone constantly tells me under any circumstance or situation. And I don't know if you can tell, probably not, but I'm in immediate care, heading out, and I have a confession to make. Yes, I have a confession, and I want to know who is as stubborn as I can be sometimes. I tend to be stubborn. Just ask my wife. She'll tell you all day. And not in this case necessarily. Like in this moment, as I'm walking out of immediate care, I just had to take care of something. So anyway, you know that I have embarked and locked arms with Dale the Whale and some incredible people for this month. September is Cancer Awareness Month. We are riding for 300 miles. So I've committed to 300 miles riding my bike. And those that contribute or participate, you can do any form of action. You can walk, you can jog, you can run, you could probably kayak or, I don't know, maybe a gazelle or something in place. And so Dale and I got really ambitious. If you saw our lives on the first of the month, we set out to go from the northwest suburbs of Chicago, and we headed all the way up to Wisconsin, rode through, just crazy terrain, flat, rocky, bumpy, gravel, limestone, through trees. It was pretty incredible. And we had some mishaps along the way. And one of which was Dale had a flat tire. And that was the one that was sort of exposed. Like, he had a flat tire, and somehow, by the grace of God, we were in a 0.3 mile distance of the nearest bike shop. Because if that flat tire was anywhere else on that path or on that road or during that excursion, we would have been SOL. There would have been many hours that we would have been set back, but it was merely like 45 minutes. Anyway, so during our travels and during the launch of Hug Your People, the Million Mile, where we're raising funds, we are contributing for pediatric cancer research. It's for a tremendous cause. I was on a path. It was one of those really rough patches. There was gravel, there was rocks, there were stones, there was tree branches in the path. And I ended up taking my bike, and I was riding the mountain bike at the time, and I started sliding down this loose gravel path, and I sort of panicked, I guess, because all I saw was this big drop off. I'm like, all right, that's not the place I need to be right now, so I'm going to brake. I broke hard. Both brakes and my back end of my bike. Now, keep in mind, this was approximately like 9:37 a.m. on the first day of the month, and it's the 9th right now, so I want to put that in perspective here. So how does this all tie together, Steve? I'm getting there. So I broke hard, and I leveraged all my weight so that I would prevent myself from falling and tumbling and collapsing and possibly doing further damage. And I broke really hard, and my bike tailspinned and almost on top of me. And I thought nothing of it. I'm like, all right, well, that was a close call. And I just got up on my bike, and Dale was just a few feet ahead of me because he kind of just rode right by me. And I'm like, all right, let me go catch up to Dale, and let's go continue our path. We were probably in maybe mile 12 or 13 at the time. Come to find out, no residual aches or pains or anything like that. But a few days after, I started feeling my wrist. My wrist started feeling some ailment. I'm like, all right, what's going on with my wrist? And I noticed it almost immediately in the gym. So I get back to my training. Now I'm bike riding and I'm training at the gym. So I'm doing everything in conjunction because I believe that if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it wholeheartedly. I'm going to go all in on it. So let's fast forward to sort of where we're at today, but progressively every day got worse. And I come to find out that my wrist there's something wrong. Like, I have a fracture. Like, right now I am just clenching my fist, and I can feel bones sort of sliding back and forth. They're like grinding. And that's been for like probably the last 4 or 5 days. And I guess, the stubbornness in me was like, it's just another bump. It's a bruise. It's some inflammation that my body's been through probably 100 times. not thinking that it was derived or originated from this bike incident. And so I finally said, all right, I can barely lift a coffee cup. I can barely wipe my butt while, in the bathroom. I'm like, all right, I need to go get this checked out before it progressively gets worse. So there's a lot of pain right now. And if I could show you, if I wasn't wearing this here, I took a picture, but it's clearly swollen. And so the pain is a sign. Like when you feel pain, when you feel like, it could correlate to anything. It could be gut inflammation. It could be residual headaches or something. Like your body's trying to tell you to pay attention to something. So I had to pay attention to the fact that, hey, if this is really fractured, which I'm certain it is, I'm not sure if it's a hairline or something, then go get it checked out. Go get it rectified. I just happened to wait a little bit longer with the delusional optimism that it was going to feel better. And my wife's done everything. She's like, hey, want me to go bandage it, wrap it? I'm like, no, I'm fine. And then finally, I'm just like, if I don't take action on this now, it's only going to progress and get worse. So if it is fractured, I'll probably have a cast on it. I've been riding. I'm about 200 miles out of my 300-mile commitment already, and I've been riding every day on this wrist. And believe it or not, I have zero pain riding the bike and actually putting any tension through my wrists or my hands while I'm riding. So I'm fortunate by the great graces of God that I don't have that pain, because I would still figure out a way to get through that, because when I say I'm going to commit to something, I do it. I have a lot of personal integrity, and I'm going to make sure that I'm a man of my word. I'm going to get it done, and I will not let our team down. I will not let myself down or anybody else, and we're raising that for a great cause. So who else out there is stubborn, sort of like I can be, but listen to the clues. Listen to how your body's feeling. And yeah, I know we don't want, I don't want to be in immediate care. I don't want to go get an x-ray, but I got an x-ray. I don't have the results yet. I'll keep you posted. But just what are the consequences? Like, what if I didn't go get this checked out right now and there was more damage in there than I ever perceived that was going to be damage? So just listen, because the pain is telling you something. It's a sign. The pain is a sign to pay attention. And where you pay attention, you can start making changes and start fixing things. And even if it's going to be a couple steps back, it's going to launch you to more steps forward. So on that, I want to keep you up to date. I will post a picture of what I thought was pretty obvious or evident that, yeah, there's some damage in there. And it didn't seem like at the time. I just thought that I just broke, and I saved myself some massive pain of tumbling down a hill or falling my face first into gravel or something. But I just laugh it off because I never put any attention to the pain. Like, I don't actually sit there and dwell on it and be like, oh, okay, well, this is going to prevent me from riding a bike. It's going to prevent me from going to the gym. It's going to prevent me from spending time and playing catch with my kids. No, I don't think about that stuff, because that just, if you dwell on it, then you start attracting more of that. And that's not how I operate, and that's how I choose not to operate. So, yeah, all right. I see there's some people commenting. I appreciate you being here, and I'll let you know. So I'm going to get going now, get home. I got copies of the disc. I had to ask for that for my orthopedic appointment to make sure that I have everything covered. And in no time, with a cast or no cast, I will be at 100%, because that is what I'm going to speak into existence, and that's what I'm going to manifest. So on that note, make it a night worth repeating, and I'm ready to go. So if you're ready to go, say, let's go.